Howdy everyone, this is Tina from Tiasa's Treasures, and today I've got 6 cards from Spellbinders. This first card here, I took this stamp set. It's so pretty with all these sentiments that fit in the coffee cup, and I just stamped that up and added a little yellow on the daisies and a little gray around the coffee cup, so no heavy coloring. I used some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, I believe. So I took some pattern paper and real pretty, the blue with little bouquets, and then a polka dot one and made a fishtail out of it using a pink and main die I had in my stash, the stitch die. You can use anything though. And then I just glued down the little coffee cup with the flower, and I added some of these iridescent sequins that came in the kit. Um, and, I just kind of scattered. They had to be in 3 or 5. That's what I do. And so I glued them onto my card. And I think it's about done. And I'm going to end up putting that inside the card, but not right now. You don't need to watch me do that. So for the second card, I took the gold foil that came in the kit and I made a frame out of it. And then I took the green cardstock that's like an A2 card and it's just a 1/4 inch smaller. And then some green pattern paper from the kit, which is about 1/8 of an inch, I believe, smaller than the green. And I glued that all down. And I like gluing my frames that I make at an angle. I think it gives them some visual interest. And now I'm taking one of the acetate flowers, acetate sticker that came on the kit. It's got some chipboard around it and then an acetate center an acetate center and with a little saying on it. And I took some yellow paper and added that to the back so you could read it. And now I think I'm going to put that, there we go, we're going to put a die cut on. I don't even remember what I did. I've got this going pretty quick, so my voiceover is like having to rush. Originally, this video was like over an hour and a half long. I tried doing a live voiceover, but it's like I take forever making these cards. I'm very slow, so I tried to edit this all down and speed it all up. So if you're watching this video, you're not here all day. I just added some Spectrum Noir glitter to the card, to the little die cut that I added. And now I'm going to take the sentiment high that comes on these like plastic foam stickers. They're not real squishy. They're like a hard plastic, but they're really neat and they hold their shape really good. And so that was quickly card number 2. That one sped by, didn't it? Now for card number 3, I took a bunch of the die cuts that came with the card kit and I am adding them. Well, first I'm gluing down my pattern paper slowly. Thought I edited this out because it takes me forever. So I'm adding this pretty piece of paper to the blue cardstock that comes with the kit, and I am gluing that down, and obviously I wasn't even, so I pulled it back up, which is the beauty of a tape runner. It makes pulling things up a little easier. And now I'm adding that back down to my card. You're going to see some really wonky editing in this video because I'm still learning and I go too quick and then I go too slow, and I was doing this in real time and then I decided it was way too long. And so I need to do a voiceover. So that's where I'm at right now with this. And anyhow, I am taking a tag die cut that came in the kit. And I've glued that down with some liquid glue. And I'm putting some die cuts that say fun, friends, and laughter on the card. And then I'm going to pop up the little die cut rainbow and add a couple little birds. You don't see the birds yet, but trust me, the birds are coming. I've got some Spectrum Noir right there that I've glittered up my rainbow with. You can't go wrong with a glittery rainbow. They should be just, all rainbows should be glittery. It should be a rule right up there, you know. So I've added those, and now I'm adding a couple of sequins to finish off this card. And I'm going to tape it down to my card base. Again, A2 card base, 5.5 by 4.25. Get that all evened out and show you it. And here we go with the slow. You know, the last one was too quick, so this one I was able to slow way down and show you the nice card, even if I did cut off the bottom slightly. I believe that was card number 3, or was it 4? I don't even know at this point anymore. So this one, we're back to hypersonic speed. And that was a yellow that came with the kit. And I put that on the card base, and then I put this really pretty, paper that it's got looks like little stamps all over, which is ideal because I am using the die cuts that have like the letterbox and the thinking of you and with love little letter, and looks like little stamps saying sending hugs. And then in the upper corner here, I glued down a piece of what looks like notebook paper with a pen and a little paper clip. And then I'm going to pop up the sentiment that says, "This is for you." And I think I might even show you what I did on the inside on this card. I'm not 100% sure. You know, I'm talking kind of quick because I'm not sure if the video is going to outspeed me, or if I'm going to outspeed the video in this voiceover. So yeah, you do get to see me do the inside of this card, where I add a little strip of the pattern paper and a little piece of the yellow paper, and then I stamp "Have a lovely day." I usually, even if I don't show it on camera, I like to go back in and decorate the insides of the cards. Sometimes it's minimal, it's just a little strip of leftover pattern paper. Sometimes it's just a sentiment, and sometimes I go like whole hog and I put die cuts and stamps and little pretty things on the inside. Usually though, it's kind of minimal. It's either pattern papered and a stamp, or just like a little stamp inside with a sentiment. So there we go, stamping the inside with "Have a lovely day." And I very rarely get my stamps straight on the inside. I really need to practice with that more. And there we go, back to slow motion showing the card off. This one I like a lot. I think the colors are just really pretty. And open it, and we're gonna show you the inside of the card. There, we got that. And now we are on card number 5. This one, I love that gingham plaid paper. The pink gingham is just so pretty. So I attached that to the card base with a little 1/8 inch border all the way around. Now this die cut, it all pops out. The floral pops out from the frame. The little white part pops out, but I liked the way it all looked together, so I kept the gold frame with the white border around the little flower bouquet, and I just popped it up on the back, and I kept it all together inside. You don't have to do that. You can separate it all out, but I thought it looked really pretty. So again, I used the little sparkly bird. I put some Spectrum Noir sparkle on this bird. I don't know if I got to it yet, but trust me, I did that. And some sequins all around. I have 7 on here. I didn't do my 3 or my 5. I have 7. I went way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm a liar. I only see 6. Oh no, I may have to add another one. I have an odd number of sequins. So it's got the "Happy to Be Here" die cut. That's a circle that I popped up as well and put on the card. This card just seemed to go really quick. So it's you know, as you're listening to me explaining what I'm doing, it's just I'm getting all tripped up over my own words. So let's all pause a minute and watch me add sequins. How? 6. That's just unbelievable. I always have to have odd numbers, and here I am with an even number. It's just, I rocked my own world. What are you going to do? There we go with the Spectrum Noir coloring in the flowers, and now we're going to slow-mo up. Here we go, and I cut off the card. What good does it do showing you if I cut off the bottom? Back to supersonic speed again, I see. Now this card, I used the letter die that came in the kit, and I attached it a little bit higher than I would have liked. If I had to do it again, I would have moved that envelope down. But I attached it to a piece of the blue heart pattern paper that came in the kit, and you're seeing me with my pokey tool here trying to get it to stick. I think a bone folder would have worked better in retrospect, but you know, whatever tool you have on hand, if it works. So this is the second half of the die. I'm just kind of fitting it in there, and I don't glue it down all the way. I just glue it down in the bottom because I want it to pop up. And these flowers I had die cut the night before making all these cards, and they just took me forever. I don't know how people do it who do a bunch of die cutting. I just know that it can take me like hours upon hours to get the proper amount of die cuts to do this. I see people doing Spellbinders flowers all the time, and anytime I try it, I'm in awe of the people who came before me, because I don't know how they're able to have the patience to do all these flowers all the time. So at any rate, I've got like the yellow and pink flowers I'm gluing into this envelope, and I'm going to be putting the little gold centers that I had die cut. I'm putting those on the flowers. I think the gold foil that comes in these kits is so pretty. I really love it. And so I'm getting this envelope all filled up in no particular order with these flowers, as you can see. And momentarily I'll probably be adding some greenery. There we go. There's my little stem. I'm like, nope, don't want that in there right yet. I do eventually add that stem, but that's one of the last things I do. So I'm just gluing down these leaves, trying to get it pretty looking. I'm not really good with flower arranging, even paper flowers. They're just kind of looking at this. It's like, it does the job, but this is not my favorite card. I would like to, if everything wasn't glued down already, I would have liked to just empty it all out and start it over again. That's what I get for just gluing it down without really having a plan. It's still pretty. Like I said, not my favorite. So there's that stem getting kind of shoved in there. Now a couple other little leaves I had. I still have that plate full of other die cuts. I'll probably use them eventually on some more cards. And now I believe I'm taking a little flower and I'm going to glue it down to the envelope itself, because this card just really looks naked. No, first we put the sentiment down. Do we? No, what do we do first? I don't even know. It's been too long. It's what I get. I procrastinate on these voiceovers, and it really makes it harder when you procrastinate, not easier. So yeah, the little flower is getting glued down. And I do put some Spectrum Noir glitter marker on that flower eventually. Now we're just putting down the sentiment that says beautiful things await you. And I'm going to put it in that corner. And I still think this is a little bit naked, this card. It just needs something. So I do end up putting the 3 sequins right in a row down there. 3, see, 3, not an odd number, or not an even number, but an odd number. 3. And I like the way that looks. I mean, I still think the card might need something, but at least it's coherent now. It doesn't have any great big open spaces on it, and those sequins kind of add some visual interest right there. And now let's see, do I come up in slow motion? And yeah, you get to see the card. Hopefully I won't cut the bottom off of it this time. Not too bad. So you'll have to tell me which card you like the best. Some of them are a little harder to see than others. And I believe with this card I just glued down, I did kind of decorate the inside. I glued down a piece of the pattern paper on the inside. And then I did stamp again, have a lovely day, and I put this die cut on the inside, this bouquet, which I really like that bouquet. Sometimes I wish they came with more than 2 die cuts, because the ones I like I want to use over and over, and then other ones I don't use at all. But, you know, what are you going to do? Other people I'm sure like the ones I don't like, and vice versa, so there's no way Spellbinders could really get away with just giving us half the die cuts. There's the Spectrum Noir glitter pen, and that card is done. This is my 6 cards. Let's see, am I going to lay them out for you all nice so you can see them all? Maybe I'll even clean up my mess. Okay, I won't clean up my mess. I'll just shove it to the side, or maybe you don't have to see it. But that was my 6 cards, and this is going in a little slow motion so you can see them all. Let's see, do I cut off the bottom? I never know. Anyhow, let me know which card was your favorite. Thank you for putting up with my erratic editing and my erratic voiceover. Hopefully as I get better at this, both editing and voiceovers, I'll make a little bit more sense. Thank you.